Going on, everybody? It's your boy Dubs Oriented here, and today we have the brand new chapter of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, chapter 14, and we have a lot to talk about. So, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the video. So the chapter starts off with Boruto in the interrogation room regaining his consciousness, as he is met with both Konohamaru and Ibiki. And Konohamaru further explains the cuffs and that it was created by Amado in order to restrict any usage of ninjutsu. And also it was programmed to withstand heavy force, so Boruto can't break out of it. Then we cut to Sakura, and we see that she's healing Inojin's remaining wounds, and she comments on how due to Himawari healing Inojin, she was able to repair Inojin's wounds, but not his chakra flow system. Then we see Ino as she is observing on Inojin, being glad that her only son is okay. Now we cut back to the interrogation room, and we see that the interrogation is being broadcasted across the leaf, or at least it looks like it, because we see that Amado, Ada, Kawaki, Damon, and the rest of the elders are listening in. And we see that Konohamaru questions Boruto on who these Shinju clones can be and why they are targeting both Sarada and Himawari. Then we cut to Ada, and we see that she is aware of the interrogation through her Senrigan, and she is concerned for Boruto. But Damon continues to press Kawaki because he brings up the possibility of Boruto exposing Kawaki. But Kawaki responds by saying that nothing will happen or change due to the fact that Boruto is, still a threat due to Momoshiki being able to take over his body, and the fact that Naruto is supposedly dead. So they have every right to kill Boruto right now, but they have to peel off the information they need about the Shinju clones. Then we cut to Mitsuki as he is listening to this whole conversation go down. But then we cut back to Konohamaru, further questioning Boruto about the Shinju clones, and he tells him that they are reflections of the people they devoured. And Boruto tells him that even Sasuke was affected by this, and that they are different from the Ten Tails being, that they are self-aware. And he even warns Konohamaru, confirming to him that he is one of those targets. Then we cut to Amado as he is summarizing, the Ten Tails and their initial desires. Seems as if Amado, is aware of the Shinju clones, because he didn't seem surprised, as the fact that they were existent, or it was being revealed, Again, making Amado a key component in the story. Then we cut back to Konohamaru, and he is dumbfounded about the whole situation regarding the new revelation regarding the Shinju clones. And Boruto even says that the main threat of them all is Jura, who is the embodiment of the Ten Tails. And Boruto believes that defeating Jura will at least deal with the problem they're facing now regarding the Divine Tree. And Konohamaru is so confused on how Boruto knows so much, but Boruto ain't saying anything because he's not a snitch, because he is keeping quiet in order to not expose his partner, Kashin Koji. But Konohamaru pushes further to get the information out of him. But Boruto is still mute. Then we see the elders intervene, saying they can't believe Boruto without any source, and that they are better off just offing him now. And we cut to Shikamaru as he is concerned for Boruto's safety. Then they change the subject as the elders ask Boruto his reason behind, offing Naruto, supposedly. Then we cut to Shikamaru as he is having his inner dialogue about Boruto, and that knows that Boruto doesn't want to kill Kawaki, and that he wants Boruto to continue to be falsely accused, and that he has this unshakable feeling that Boruto is innocent, but he doesn't know why, and that him believing Boruto would allow for everything to connect and make sense. Shikamaru concludes by saying that he can't let Boruto die. Then we cut to Boruto telling Konohamaru that Naruto and Hinata are actually alive, but of course nobody believes him, and they think it could, be a big joke or lie. So the elders want to know where he is, but Boruto ain't spilling, and we see Kawaki unfazed as usual. Then we see Ibiki as he approaches Boruto, getting ready to do his specialty. Then we cut to Shikamaru, and he gets in contact with Ino, begging her to connect him to Boruto, but Ino this time around refuses because she would be violating the rules and regulations, and so Shikamaru is left to his own resources. Then we see Ibiki take on the role as bad cop, continuing on the interrogation, but Boruto is silent. Then Ibiki slams Boruto's head on the table, but Boruto ain't talking, and Ibiki says that he's been wanting to punch, Boruto for the past 3 years, but Boruto remarks by saying he is Jealous of the fact that they had time to lament on Boruto. But that triggers Ibiki to punch Boruto straight in his face, which is absolutely insane. But Shikamaru intervenes by saying Boruto will never spill even through pain. And he insists on using poison to get Boruto to talk. So he calls upon Mitsuki, but Konohamaru is worried that he may be too risky due to Mitsuki or them still believing that Mitsuki would want to kill Boruto on sight. Then we cut to Ada as she is confused on why Boruto won't expose Kawaki, even shocking Kawaki himself. Then we see Mitsuki as he enters the room and Shikamaru hands him something which we do not know for sure. Before he enters, then Shikamaru tells Mitsuki that they're ninjas at the end of the day and that they should be ready for anything. So Mitsuki enters and Konohamaru kind of briefs Mitsuki on what is going on and tells him to proceed with caution, but Boruto triggers Mitsuki by saying he is still looking for his son, making him stupid. Then Mitsuki immediately enters his sage mode, pinning Boruto against the wall, saying is that all he has to say, calling him an ungrateful traitor, but then Ibiki separates them. Then we see a snake, assuming one of Mitsuki's snakes, enter into the cuffs, unlocking it, freeing Boruto, and Mitsuki tells Boruto where his belongings are. Then Boruto says he has no ill will against any of them, and that he will get them the info they need, and he gets out of there using his flying Raijin. Then Ibiki mocks Amado's, state-of-the-art cuffs, and that it is useless. Then Konohamaru wonders if Mitsuki could have, freed Boruto, but he refuses to believe it because Mitsuki shouldn't have access to the code that is used to unlock the cuffs. But we get a flashback to when Shikamaru actually, gave Mitsuki the code. Then we see Boruto teleport into the room to retrieve his belongings. Then we see that the elders are beyond pissed at Shikamaru. Then we cut to the office and we see Sarada and Sumire asking about Boruto, but he says that they ran away. Then we are transported to the Sand Village where we see Kankuro as he, notifies Shikamaru on the current happenings within the village. And he tells that Shikamaru that Gaara was defeated alongside Shinki and that they suffered the same effects, of the tree modification. Then we see that the new Shinju is actually of Shinki, and we are given his name, which is Ryu, and that's how the chapter ends. So, ladies and gentlemen, this chapter was absolutely insane. It was a lot more context heavy. Not really anything action related happened in the chapter. If you want to count, the whole thing with Boruto and Ibiki like putting hands on Boruto, if you want to count that as action. But we didn't really get too many action. But man, this chapter was needed, bro, because it answered a lot of questions, regarding like how Boruto was going to like get out of this situation. Because it seemed as if, Shikamaru was still working with Boruto and that he called Mitsuki in there to free him, which is absolutely insane. But it kind of made sense because Mitsuki, he was kind of wavering off the idea that, Boruto could be innocent. So I wouldn't be surprised that he was also included in rescuing Boruto, because he was shown at the end, the last time we saw him, kind of wavering and like, considering Boruto's, stance on the situation. And then we see the whole situation regarding Shikamaru and Ino, and it seems as if Ino refuses this time around to help Shikamaru, get in contact with Boruto, which makes a lot of sense because she's still under a lot of shock regarding Inojin, so she's not really in her right mind to like help Shikamaru right now. And plus there's a lot more security, it's a lot tighter, so she doesn't have the liberty of doing it now, especially with around her kids or around the kids and Sakura being there. And that just brings me to my next point about Sakura being there and how it doesn't seem like she's like concerned about anything. Like you would think this chick would be concerned about her husband, who is now a rogue ninja once again, but it seems as if she's not really, I don't want to say that she doesn't care, but it seems as if it's not like on the top of her list, Sasuke's disappearance, which is absolutely insane because knowing Sakura, she would be worried on Sasuke's whereabouts. So for her to not really be worried about that is really interesting to me. And plus, we don't even know what side she's on you would think she's on the side of Kawaki because of the whole omnipotence thing, but knowing Sarada being there and her basically trying to like get Shikamaru to like understand her stance, I wouldn't be surprised if Sarada tried as well to like get Sakura to understand where she's coming from and to get her to believe that Boruto is innocent. But we just have to wait and see. And then, man, Boruto is a G, bro. That dude is a G. He did not say a word. He did not snitch. Bro kept Kashin Koji's name hidden. Bro did not want to expose the guy because, bro, even through getting beaten up by Ibiki, bro was still like, you know, keeping quiet, not trying to like risk his name. You know what I'm saying? So, which is insane. Boruto is just so cold, bro. And Naruto explained, he brought up this point before, but as he's, you know, being interrogated by Ibiki and as he's getting beaten up, Boruto kind of says that, you know, Ibiki had the luxury of thinking, you know, and which hits hard, bro, because, you know, Boruto, he's been on the run for so long. So he's kind of envious of the fact that, you know, they were able to just think and like within peace, and they were just peace. They didn't have to like, you know, run or be on the lookout for themselves because all they just had to do was think in the safety of their village, whereas Boruto was like on the run, basically. He had no time to think. So it kind of makes that line he uses hit much harder because it's based off experience. It's based off of his own situation, you know? And then the whole thing with Gaara, oh my gosh. So I was kind of right when I said Gaara was defeated, but alongside Shinki as well. So it seems like both Gaara and Shinki faced off against one of the Shinjus. Obviously, it should be Matsuri, but I don't think, but it may have been a claw grind, who knows? But at the end of the day, it seemed as if Gaara and Shinki were defeated by the Shinju, which allowed for Shinki's, you know, tree modification, and then with the whole Shinju clone being Shinki was revealed, and his name is Ryu, and the boy looks really cool. I love his design. Like, bro looks like he has he has like a low cut taper. Like, he just looks cool as hell. And then, yeah, man, this chapter was just really context heavy. A lot of things happened, and these elders, man, they're still alive, bro. They're still like plotting, man. They're still plotting against him, which is against Boruto, which is just crazy that these guys are still in office and they're still like running the show when it comes to politics. And yeah, man, and the whole situation Shikamaru is so interesting regarding him and how he's basically conflicted on what to believe, because he obviously knows that he's supposed to think Boruto is evil because of the whole omnipotence and how it should make him believe that Boruto is the bad guy, but he just has this unshakable will that he can't put his finger on, that Boruto is actually innocent. And it makes sense because, you know, Shikamaru is a big brain. He's a really smart guy, so he would be able to put two and two together. So he would kind of realize that because Boruto doesn't want to kill Kawaki, why would he kill Naruto, supposedly? You know what I'm saying? So it kind of does make sense for Shikamaru to have that inner conflict within himself to see who he should believe, you know, which is so interesting. And it just makes it much more cool to know that him and Mitsuki were working together to actually plan a rescue out mission for Boruto, you know. Yeah, man, this chapter was absolutely insane. Please, guys, comment down in the comment section down below on what you guys thought about the chapter. Did you like it? Did you not like it? I want to hear you guys' opinions down in the comment section below. And if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 100 subs, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.